Tuesday evening in May in the Southmead area of Bristol, Doncaster Road was busy with rush hour traffic. Among the road users could be a witness to a brutal assault. A 16-year-old girl was walking on a laneway to the shops on Southmead Road. As she passed by a red Montego car, a man leapt out, grabbed her and bundled her into the back seat. There were child locks on the doors and the window handles had been removed. The terrified girl was trapped. The car sped off, stopping on the A38 at Patchway, where the abductor turned around and indecently assaulted the girl. She struggled and he gave up, but he didn't let her go. Eventually, he dumped the girl near Brandon Hill after a 15-mile drive in which he assaulted her repeatedly. This is how she described
the man responsible. He forced a 16-year-old girl into his car, drove around the city and sexually attacked her several times. Now, what's more disturbing is that the police think that this man has done this sort of thing on more than one occasion. Naturally, they're very anxious to track him down, and with your help, they think they can.
The girl's ordeal took place here in this lane, behind Southmead Road, one of Bristol's busiest commuter routes. It was daylight, and there were lots of people about.
I was walking down the lane, I noticed a car on my right-hand side, and I noticed a person in the car. And he's looked at me, the car door was open, and he grabbed me from behind, grabbed my hair, and pushed me into the back seat. He then got in the car and drove off pretty fast, up towards Filton. I was banging on the windows, shouting at him, trying to get out, tried the doors, but they had child locks on them. Window handles were gone, so I couldn't undo the window. And I was so scared, I just didn't know what to do. I was screaming in hysterics. When we got to Filton, I thought he was going to let me out when he stopped the car. But he turned round and he tried to put his hand up my top, but I pushed him off. He then took me toward Clifton, and we ended up in Boyce's Avenue. I'm quite surprised no one saw us, actually, because there was, it was only 6:30. He was getting very frustrated then, quite mad. And we ended up down by the docks, down by the port house. He turned around again and abused me, or tried to abuse me again, pushed me down, led down on the back seat. I fought my way back up though, and he got very, very mad then, that he couldn't get anywhere with me. He then drove off very fast. We went straight up a one-way street across the busy centre, thought we were going to crash. And then we went up to Brandon Hill. He stopped right outside the church. I thought he was going to hit me. Got out of his car door, opened my car door, dragged me out and left me lying on the floor. I didn't know what to do. You know, he drove off up Brandon Hill. And when I think back on it now, I was really lucky that I did fight back, because you don't know what might have happened if I didn't fight back. I could have been dead, could have ended up anywhere. Just had to get out of that car. It was terrible.
The orange-red Montego is distinctive. It had no radio, headrests or window winders. Police believe the car had been deliberately adapted for the abduction of an innocent victim.
On the face of it, the car appeared to be an ordinary saloon car, but once the victim was trapped in the back, there was no way of her getting out. The child locks were fitted and the window winders had been removed, preventing the windows being opened. It was very, very frightening for her.
Do you think this man has a history of molesting girls?
I can't say for certain whether he has a history of molesting girls, but the fact that the vehicle had been adapted and the girl was abducted in broad daylight makes me suspect that the man may have attacked in the past and he may attack again in the future. In fact, some hours after this offence, a similar described man attacked a girl who was walking away from a bus stop at Fourfield Common, and we are linking both those offences at the moment. The offender has not been apprehended. Both the offender and the vehicle have been seen in and around the Southmead estate. Somebody must know who this man is, know that he owns such a vehicle. Please, if anyone has this information, come forward, prevent this person striking again and abducting another young girl.
The man is described as clean-shaven, about 30 years old, 6 feet tall, of thin build, with dirty mousy hair in a basin-style cut. So if you know someone with a car like this, it has a number of unusual features, get in touch before he strikes again.